It begins not with a map, but with a jolt, the jarring strike of a shovel on something that shouldn't be there. In that instant, soil becomes a doorway, and a lost world rushes into the present. From the cursed tomb of a boy king to temples older than farming itself, this is the story of how humanity unearthed its own forgotten autobiography, rewriting history one discovery at a time. This journey connects every one of us, no matter where we are on the planet. Before we step through that first doorway, help us continue the expedition. Subscribe to our channel and hit that like button, because the more people who see these stories, the more our shared past comes alive. And in the comments, tell us where you're watching from. Let's see how far these echoes of history can travel. For most of human history, the earth has kept its counsel, a silent guardian of what came before. Stones have covered bones, sand has swallowed cities, and time has pressed its quiet thumb across every trace of our past. But that moment, when soil becomes doorway, is the pulse that drives archaeology. It is not merely the study of old things. It is humanity's recurring dream that the dead will speak, that what was lost still waits for us. That dream found its most famous expression on an early morning in the Egyptian desert. On 4 November 1922, in the Valley of the Kings, a team of weary excavators, led by archaeologist Howard Carter, faced the end of their fruitless season. Their patron, Lord Carnarvon, was losing patience and money. For 5 seasons, Carter had chased the name of a minor pharaoh, Tutankhamun, a ghost in a valley of giants. But on this day, a local worker's shovel struck something hollow. Within minutes, the team was on hands and knees, brushing away sand to reveal steps descending into darkness, 12 of them, cut into the bedrock and sealed by plaster marked with the royal cartouche of Tutankhamun. As Carter knelt at the top, he trembled not from the heat but from the shock of recognition. For hours, they chipped at the plaster, every scrape echoing in the profound silence. When the final barrier gave way, Carter leaned forward, candle in hand, to peer through a small hole. "Can you see anything?" Carnarvon asked from behind. Carter's answer, calm, almost reverent, travels across a century to us now. "Yes, wonderful things." And wonderful they were. The candlelight flickered across walls glinting with gold leaf, gilded chariots and ebony statues standing guard. The tomb, sealed for over 3,000 years, looked less like death than a life paused mid-breath. In a side chamber lay baskets of food, a folded linen tunic, and a board game abandoned mid-move. When the innermost shrine finally opened to reveal the iconic funerary mask, the face of the boy king framed in beaten gold and lapis lazuli, the world gasped. With the wonder came a whisper of superstition. Within months, Lord Carnarvon died, fueling headlines that screamed the curse of Tutankhamun strikes again. The truth was simpler, deadly molds in a sealed crypt, but the magic of the story lingered. Carter himself, however, was no mystic. He was a scientist. He would spend the next 10 years not hunting for more treasure, but meticulously cataloguing all 5,398 items. Each artifact was drawn, measured, and photographed, creating an unparalleled archive of a civilization's view of death as continuity. This painstaking work transformed archaeology. Before Tutankhamun, excavators were often treasure hunters. After him, they became historians with shovels. The discovery sparked a global phenomenon known as Tutmania. Art Deco design adopted Egyptian motifs, women wore cobra head bracelets, and Hollywood spun tales of vengeful mummies. Tutankhamun, a boy king whose small tomb had been overlooked, became a quiet reminder that history rewards persistence more than power. Against the gloom of a post-World War Europe, the discovery was a resurrection, proof that beauty endures. Carter's doorway never closed again. When the doors of Tutankhamun's tomb closed, that torchlight moved elsewhere, illuminating caverns where no kings slept, only painters. In 1940, in southern France, 4 boys chasing a dog stumbled into a hidden shaft. Their lamp flame revealed the Lascaux cave paintings. The walls were alive with bison, horses, and stags that had been galloping in darkness for 17,000 years. The artists had used the natural curves of the rock to create a sense of 3-dimensional movement. These were not mere decorations in a home. They were created in a deep, sacred space, a sanctuary for ritual and story. Here, in the flickering light, the human mind first woke up to its own power. Creativity itself is the oldest artifact. If Tutankhamun's tomb teaches us how civilizations prepare for death, Lascaux teaches us why they begin living. From prehistoric art, the trail leads across continents. In New Mexico, ancient footprints of children walking beside mammoths, preserved in gypsum, pushed back the timeline of human presence in the Americas by thousands of years. Each print is a single, frozen step in a story stretching across millennia. In the Andes, Hiram Bingham followed legends through fog and vines in 1911 to find a city in the clouds, Machu Picchu. It was a masterpiece of engineering, its stones fitting together without mortar, designed to withstand earthquakes. But it was more than a fortress. It was a map of the cosmos rendered in architecture. The Intihuatana stone, the hitching post of the sun, aligns perfectly with the solstices. The city's purpose remains a mystery. a royal estate, a sacred pilgrimage site, as does its sudden abandonment. It stands today as a testament to a civilization that measured the heavens not to dominate, but to harmonize. From the mountains, we travel to the sea. The moai of Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, nearly 900 colossal stone faces, are the legacy of brilliant Polynesian seafarers who navigated by the stars. But perhaps the greatest secret the water held was off the coast of Greece. In 1900, sponge divers recovered a lump of corroded bronze. For decades, it sat in a museum, dismissed as a curiosity. Then in the 1970s, X-ray technology revealed its astonishing secret: dozens of interlocking gears. This was the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old analog computer. It could predict eclipses, track planetary motion, and even count down to the next Olympic Games. Its existence erased the line between ancient intuition and modern science, proving our ancestors had built machines of a precision we wouldn't match for another 1,500 years. If one machine could redefine ancient genius, what about an entire army buried in clay? In 1974, farmers digging a well in Xi'an, China, struck the head of a soldier. They had uncovered the terracotta army of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. Over 8,000 life-sized warriors, each with a unique face, along with chariots and horses, had been standing guard over the emperor's tomb for more than 2 millennia. It was an act of breathtaking ambition, an entire kingdom built for the afterlife. The emperor sought immortality, and in a way, he found it, his silent army ensuring he would never be forgotten. But to find the very origins of this human need to build fraternity, we must go even further back. Long before kings or armies, small hands were lifting columns to a sky they barely understood. In the 1990s, a shepherd on a ridge in southeastern Turkey stumbled upon a carved stone. Beneath it lay Göbekli Tepe, a temple complex nearly 12,000 years old, erected when humans were thought to be nomadic hunter-gatherers. The site confounded every assumption. Massive limestone pillars, carved with graceful reliefs of animals, were cut with stone tools and arranged in circles. The labor required to build it would have demanded hundreds of people, organized and fed. The greatest revelation was its sequence. It predates agriculture. This turned history on its head. It was not farming that produced religion, but the need to worship that may have invented farming. To feed the builders, people had to settle down and cultivate crops. Out of faith, society was born. And then, most mysterious of all, after 1,000 years of use, its creators deliberately buried the entire site, as if sealing a covenant with the earth. From this spiritual impulse, the first settlements grew. At Çatalhöyük in Turkey, houses were built without streets, each home a temple where ancestors were buried beneath the floor. At Jericho, humanity raised the world's first known tower, a statement against impermanence. These early builders were also humanity's first astronomers. At Newgrange in Ireland, a 5,200-year-old tomb is engineered so that on the winter solstice, a single beam of sunlight illuminates the central chamber for 17 minutes. These monuments were machines for remembering the sky. Sometimes the most startling finds are the smallest. A 40,000-year-old flute from a German cave still plays a 5-note scale. These discoveries reveal a profound paradox. Our ancestors were building temples before towns, composing music while migrating. The temple at Göbekli Tepe was not just a collection of pillars. It was the first experiment in collective identity, the social technology that would later raise pyramids and spacecraft. Tonight, as wind sighs across the Turkish hills, scientists study sediments by LED, their faces bearing the same Orkata felt. They are conversing with ancestors who spoke in stone. Each find rewrites a paragraph of our collective autobiography, suggesting that civilization was never invented at a single moment but was remembered, one discovery at a time. The path ahead glows with unseen promise, leading deeper into the labyrinth of time. These stories connect all of us, reminding us that we are part of a continuous human journey. If this exploration into the past moved you, help us continue the expedition. Subscribe to our channel and press the like button so more people can find these stories. And in the comments below, tell us where you're watching from. Let's see how far these echoes of history have traveled from the past into the present and all across the world. Thank you for digging with us.